and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it. So it stays looking smart. Tip Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.
Well, it's round 3 of the Metro Cup season, and tonight we will see the defending champions, the UQ Rebels, taking on brothers in the women's Premier Grade, as well as the defending champs in the men's, the Country Club Colts, taking on the Southern Storm in our second match. A little later on this evening, Kyle Leggett joins me in commentary for our women's match this evening. Just the one game so far this season, Kai, for the champs. They went down in the grand final replay against the Southern Storm in the opening round. They're coming off the bye last week. They'll be looking to bounce back tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Scotty, again. Always a pleasure. Now, the girls obviously be looking to obviously repeat last year's game and get themselves back into the grand final. But with a team list like that, yeah, they're always a chance at really putting on a performance.
And for brothers, they've gone 1-1 to start the season. A good win for them in round 1 against the Colts. A tougher night last week in the office on Friday night. A 10-2 loss against the Southern Storm. This is going to be a pretty good test for brothers to see where they're at early in the season.
Absolutely. And, you know, we are 2 games in. Obviously, a lot can be said from that. But, yeah, the girls will be definitely looking to bounce back from the effort last week. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out.
Yeah, we can see the UQ Rebels line up on screen. Big in for them tonight. Number 17, Tiani Bryce, represented Australia in the Women's Open recently as well. Rebecca Maimai comes back into the team tonight. So we mentioned that in the first round when they played against the Southern Storm. There was a couple of players still to come. They won't be too disappointed. The Storm are a very good team. They've come up against each other in the last 2 grand finals. A loss to start the season, still not how you want to start, but they can probably see there's a bit of light at the end of the rainbow here for the Rebels, and you can see it in their team list tonight.
Yeah, definitely, and I think obviously, you know, with such depth in their side as well, you know, they're obviously a really, really good team and have been for a while, and as we can see the brothers team on screen there, you know, there's still not a team to be sniffed at. You know, they're obviously a very, very good team there. You've obviously got Kim Susi there leading from the front. There's a lot of other very, very good touch players in that team, and this should definitely be a very interesting game.
Yeah, handy coach as well. Jordan Dart leading brothers this year. He's really starting to come up in the coaching ranks. He's coached the Southwest Queensland Swans team. He's a player in the Country Club Colts. He's just Mr. Touch Football at the moment is Jordan Dart, but he's going to do a great job. It'll be interesting to see how he goes with this brothers team. They missed the finals last year. They'll be looking to go better and get themselves a final spot at the back end of the competition. Let's take a look at tonight's key player matchup. Fair couple of players here as well. We saw these two they were teammates not too long ago at the World Cup, playing in the middle for Australia. Tonight, they're opposing captains.
Yeah, look, you don't really get much better in the middle there, do you, at all? It'll be a very, very key matchup tonight to see which one plays better than the other one. And as we're saying this whole way through, you know, they're 2 very, very good teams, and I'm sure that tonight, with obviously the best that they've got from each side, they're a very, very good game to watch, that's for sure.
Our men's premier match to follow tonight's women's game is the Country Club Colts, as mentioned, and last year's defending champions. They'll be taking on the Southern Storm. First time we've seen both these two teams on screen in the competition. Both teams have had a game and a bye. Defending champs, we'll be looking forward to their first match on screen tonight.
Mate, absolutely. Yeah, Country Club obviously coming off a very, very good win last year. Coming in strong into this season this year. Had a week off last week and unfortunately watched us Div 1ers run around and made fun of us. But obviously they're a very, very hard team to beat, and obviously they're looking forward to a big game tonight.
Absolutely. So the Rebels looking for their first win. Kickstart their campaign, like we said, brothers. Handy win against the Colts in round 1. They've got some pretty good experience in the team. They've got a good core as well that have been together for a while now. Like we said, their captain, Kim Soo-see, Brooke English, back into the team. Tess Notley, an inclusion into brothers. Another up-and-coming player that's really starting to make her mark, that famous Notley last name. But she's not relying on the last name. She's doing it all on her own. And she's one to watch in the Women's Premier Division this year.
Runs the own race, doesn't it? Doesn't really worry about anything else, and obviously it's something to look up to with such a prestigious name as it is with touch. But she does her own thing, and she's a very, very good touch football player, and it'll be interesting to see how she goes about this evening.
Sisters on opposite side of the park as well. Twin sisters at that. Lucia Fildes with the UQ Rebels tonight. Bella Fildes with brothers. Always interesting when you come up against a sibling. There'll be a little bit of a better wager, no doubt.
It'd be a bad day to be at dinner table this evening, I think, in that household.
Could be a frosty car ride home for one of these two ladies. Let's see how it unfolds. It is brothers in their traditional strip, the blue and the white. Soo-see just taking a little tumble there. She'll get the footy back. We've got the bright yellow football out there. We're not going to miss that one tonight. There's Glacken, another very experienced player, former Australian Women's Open representative. Soo-see plays it. Got a little play here. Out the back they go. Nice setup. One-on-one. Do they get on the outside? The touch has been made. And Tiani Bryce, the woman that we made mention of, she's influential early. That was a big touch. Had to be made. Beautiful setup from brothers coming into the line on the last touch.
Definitely, didn't it? It was a brilliant sweeper there on that last touch, and everything just seemed to open up out on that left side link. And, oh, God, I thought they were in. I thought that was it. I thought that was 1-0 off the start, but very, very good defence from UQ there as they roll into the line really quickly here for last touch, trying to find that out ball to the link. Unfortunately, it goes to ground.
Bad first set of 6 there for the Rebels. Definitely showed a bit of intensity for their first touch. Brothers will play it. It's about a metre in front of their own 7-metre line. So we see Mai, she's really going to shore this UQ Rebels team up. Just which is great on both sides of the field, but her defence,
rock solid.
Not too many that defend better than Rebecca Mai in the middle of a touch football field. And coming into the last touch now, here's English. They'll come down that short side. Barker puts it through the hands. Fraction too late. Touch and pass is the call. Zach Jenrick on field at the moment. Zoe Jenrick on a commentary box side. Lachlan Freshwater are your 3 referees for this one.
You don't find 3 much better than that, do you?
Yeah, we've got great experience in the refereeing ranks here at the Metro Cup again this season. Here's Donovan who plays it. She'll head over to the sideline now for a breather. Here's their skipper, Sammy Joe. Throws the first dummy. Oh, just slipping out of the fingertips there of Rani Hagan. Another big inclusion for the Rebels this season. She'll have a full season in the Women's Premier. I mentioned Tess Notley before. Rani Hagan, another superstar on the rise to keep an eye out for in the Metro Cup season. Still very young as well. Plenty of big-time footy still to come for Hagan as Glacken throws the dummy, holds the footy. Not a bad option. Both teams just going up and down the park at the moment.
It's a very good start from both teams at the moment. There's been obviously very, very back and forward football being played here, which is obviously very, very good. Does bring fatigue into it in the back end of the first half, but God, they're subsetting really, really well and, holding the ball and making very, very good decisions. So good end-to-end footy at the moment.
Bryce picks up from half. Oh, lovely little switch back late and taking it right to the line. Good support from Hammond as well. He looks to punch up out of the line in defence and put pressure on. Glacken now through the hands. Let's work off the ball from brothers as they look to make metres. They spill it just before the halfway line.
I think that was the first mistake of the game, if I'm honest with you. It's 4 minutes without a mistake of back and forth footy. It's very good to watch at the moment.
Donovan slides across field. Touches to work with here for UQ as they make their way down to the attacking zone of the field. Hammond plays it. She's had plenty of touches of the footy early. Ashurst from half, looping ball as they come back in field. Back to Ashurst, where it all started. Last touch, Bryce pops off that left foot. Looked like they might have been a little skinny in the middle there. Ball hits the ground. Brothers hold on defensively. They're played on the 7.
Very, very interesting first 5 minutes as well as we're touching on. kind of thought it would be one of these games, a very back and forth, and a lot of very good touch being played. And I think one of the key things at the moment is both teams are coming out of their end quite well. Lot less mistakes early as well, which is obviously getting them a very good into the roll as we come into the fifth touch here. Pick up from half alongside. It's still very, very good to get to their just over, obviously, that 10-metre line, and gives you a bit of a chance to stop that roll of them going into their half.
Yeah, first couple of touches are important. They spread the ball now, UQ, as they'll get some fresh legs out onto the park. My will get itself into half, still getting players into position out here on the left-hand side of the field. As Rasmussen puts it through the hands, I'll finish it off in the corner with Caitlin Blade. Going to get marched upfield as well for not returning the football. Little things like that when you've got a back and forth battle, really tight, and field territory is so important at the moment.
It does, and it is one of those unfortunate things. It might the ball might just roll the wrong way, and it could be seen as throwing the ball away, and it's just unfortunate in that case. But it gives Brothers a really good roll here into the line, and nearly opened up there for a try on the far side.
Yeah, nice little pop out play. Good support on the outside. Bethel Fields will play it. They'll come back in field. Susie Glacken plays it shy of the 7, back to Kim, who takes them on. Hagen makes the touch. So the tight contest continues. 7 minutes into the game.
Very good so far, been very, very good.
Hagen taps to restart. My goes forward on the second. She'll take another hit up and get them over the halfway line. Just got away from Fields to make a chase as Ashurst goes forward as well on the last. Sammy Joe, they don't know the call here, the Rebels. They fling it out to Blade. Little one-on-one battle. She's pretty quick. And a nice touch in the end. Still just getting their replacement players into position coming into the fifth touch. Weren't too aware of the count, and it just pretty much took the shine off the end of that one.
It did, unfortunately, yeah, but look, at the end of the day, they still finished the ball in the opposition's half, and obviously in the corner makes it a lot easier for that exit for them. But coming into fourth touch now, that's definitely given Brothers a bit of an advantage field position wise.
English will play it. Notley gives early ball back to Brooke. Links up with Ray Barker on the last, and again we start another set of 6 on the 7-metre line. You're going to wear the paint out of the 7-metre line in a second. These two teams.
Some of us need to play on the field after this, I tell you what. But it's still, as we were talking about at the start of the game, we're only 8 minutes in, and it's been very, very, very back and forth. So half expected coming into this game from both teams, but it's obviously something that you can sort of nearly tell both teams have been working on, that back and forth grind.
Here's Hammond, who shapes to come back inside to Donovan. Who plays it now? Hammond picks up, takes off on that left foot. Ooh, did get away, it looked like from Notley, but might have heard the early call from the referee of play on. They do give the penalty away in a full set of 6 for the UQ.
Yeah, it's a big set of 6, this one. Obviously, UQ would love to put a touchdown on here early, get themselves that point buffer.
Here is Mai trying to burrow in underneath.
God, she nearly has.
It's pretty close. And it's always a good play to go for, isn't it? Just early touch. You've got a full set of 6 to work with. You don't need to use the full set of 6. They attack down the short side. They come back into the middle. And Britt Donovan gets the opening points here on the board for the Rebels. Comes off the back of that penalty. Repeat set. Too much attacking weapons out there in the middle.
As we were talking about, it was a very, very key set for the Rebels there. Just that little sweeper onto this left-hand side of the field here, and it just stepped back in. And, well, as we said before, the seas parted, and very easy touchdown to get one on the board to start off with.
It's just showing how critical those penalties that they're giving away in that 7-metre zone defending the line has been. We've seen back and forth footy between the 7s. You give the other team an opportunity and a repeat set on your line. Pretty much the first time that we've seen that throughout the game, and Rebels have got too much strike out on the park. They make Brothers pay with the points. But can Brothers hit back here from the restart?
Another sweeper play here.
Susie now looking to pop out into space, and they do have space. It was the right play.
Was. Just that last little option there, that little bounce out on the link, and nearly had her caught in no man's land there, but they were able to find a very good defensive effort there and really stop what could have been a very, very big set for Brothers to get back to 1-1.
Struggling this set of 6 to get forward. The Rebels folds out to Murphy. Get the replacement players on cleanly now as Ashurst plays it just over the halfway line. Bryce picks up, has no options available. Good set of 6 there and D from Brothers. They start on their own 10-metre line. And this just helps to get those replacement players on the box now. They're over the halfway line on 2.
Absolutely. It gets you a bit of a breather coming in as well, and that should be another penalty there. Unfortunately, foot in the ruck there, and it gives Brothers a set of 6 to try and even the score, which is obviously very, very big coming into what is the back end of this first half. And as we were talking about before, it's just been back and forth footy, so hopefully Brothers can really make a good chance of this here.
Kelleher sends it back inside. I'll look to set up. Kelleher, another touch, plays it. And Notley skips and takes off herself. 2 UQ Rebels defenders there, and Bryce and Ashurst making the touch. I'll come back to Notley again. Barnes from half. Tess off the right foot. They're sliding nicely here, the Rebels, and they'll force the penalty.
Big change. That's a start you need for the start of your set coming out of your line. Get your first 2 touches forward and hopefully keep the momentum going from there.
And Donovan picks up some metres down the right sideline. Hagen from half. Hasn't had too many opportunities. Maimai's going to get into a position now. Skips across field. Oh, running behind players. They can all play on and switch back on the inside. Referees will point to the spot. Rani Hagen puts it on a plate for the second.
I mean, I'm glad I don't have a referee's badge there. I probably would have stopped plate twice, unfortunately, but just that pick up from half, that 4-on-3, and the middle really cuts a great line in there, dragging 2 defenders in and just leaving a big hole out there for just the link to sit in and put the ball down. One of the easiest tries you'll see tonight.
So up by 2 now, the Rebels.
Oh, yeah.
Marginal back on the inside. They continue to play on. He played to the whistle. Susi now on the 7. Nice ball out of the hands.
Ball.
That is a beautiful ball.
It's a seed.
Zoe Waters ripping right to left. Brothers are on the board.
So she was the one that obviously swept early doors in the first set of 6, and that is an absolute seed out to the wing there. Winger's running a great line on the out and really makes it easier for the obviously get away from the other winger. And it comes back to 2-1.
Yeah, back in the game. Didn't they need that? It was a pretty simple setup in the end, wasn't it? It was just all class on that ball from Waters.
Just a nice easy 4-on-3 setup and just having eyes up footy and not being afraid to throw the long ball as they get another chance here to get some momentum forward.
Oh, just as you say that.
God, I do that well, don't I?
Yeah, uncharacteristic mistake from the Rebels. And then Brothers, like we said, just needed to hold the footy, complete another set of 6, get themselves down the other end, and keep that momentum in field territory. Now all of a sudden the Rebels are back on the attack. Susi making the touch. It is a penalty though here to UQ.
Be another key set here for UQ. If they can put one more on here with near on 6 minutes left to go in the first half, that 2-point touchdown buffer sometimes is a big mountain to climb.
Fields feeds it to Ashurst, comes back to Lucia. Didn't look like she was expecting that ball. Back on the inside. The bright pink boots on tonight. Here's Glacken on the first. Throws a little dummy. Susi feeds it to Buck. Oh, it's fallen back into the hands there. Made up for that little error. That's what the good players look to do.
That's pressure too on this side of the box. There wasn't as much movement forward out of their box as they go for a sweeper on the link side. Long ball out to the winger. Oh, and she's plucked it too.
It's an interceptathon at the moment. Anything you can do, I can do better. Brothers now with Notley. Oh, just getting it over the mark. And you might have been able to hear it through the effects. It was play on calls, and you get just caught in 2 minds. And how far can you take it before you get that ball down on the deck? Just that one step too much.
That was Files again at length. She's picked a lane 45 seconds ago and then gets a very key penalty cut. So it gives UQ a very, very good chance to come in and put another touchdown on the board.
Hammond sweeps, takes them on, lightning. And Quick just put the gas down. They make the touch on the line here, brothers. Fifth and final touch of the set. Footwork there from Donovan. A little bit of a late switch. And they'll finish off the play. Susi making the last touch of the set.
It's a better roll coming out of their half here as well. We were talking about that before, and it just gives you a little bit more of a breather and a bit more room to move. That's third and fourth touch there, and they're on the 10-metre line, so it gives them that extra touch to play with.
And Notley skips away. As Bellafolds sends it from half. They're a bit flat here coming into the last touch. There's Barker, it's Raid. Nice switch there from Bellafolds, and they'll get a repeat set. Just simple footy, isn't it? Just a simple little switchback on the inside. Got players shifting across.
A great middle read as well. Just to see that switch and see that middle was just biting a little bit too hard. And it gives them a fresh set of 6 on the line here to get it back to 2-all.
Folds plays it. It's good contact from Hammond. Ray Barker links up with Barnes, who plays it inside the 7. And Barker just looked to go back on the inside there to Notley. Just too close to that line, wasn't it? When she looked on the inside, saw it wasn't on, the defence just comes up and makes the touch.
Just a touch too close to the line, and it comes back to the roll ball as well. That was inside the 7. Unfortunately, you really don't realise how close the line actually is when you roll it inside the 7. It's what's really key to get that, especially that sweeper play, to maybe get it on the 7, or if not, just slightly back behind it.
Now Hagan picks up, decides to go herself. Zach Jenrick says the players are onside. What a change in the rules it's been. You remember that line used to be 5 metres out? How close does that seem now when it used to be 5? Goodness me.
It's the old back in my day situation, but I tell you what.
Trust me, that is back in my day.
Back when it was 5 metres, that used to be glorious. And shadowing as well is no longer a thing. God.
Oh, English, loose ball. Looking to link up with Susi. Could hear the calls from behind. Just threw it in hope. Ball hits the deck. It's just these little moments like this. They're working themselves back into the game. They had good field position on the previous set. Good attacking opportunities. Following set to where they're just letting themselves down a little bit at the moment.
It turns the game at the end of the day. A couple of those, they add up, and unfortunately it just kills the momentum slightly. And it really does turn a game on its head.
Bryce from half glides across field. Nice touch. And Susi has been very active in defence tonight, leading from the front.
He'll be struggling to get around her, that's for sure. She's just a brick wall in there at the moment.
Oh, good hands. There she is again. That ball had every right to hit the grass.
It's got a brother's hands.
Now they're fighting for the footy. Glacken comes back in field. Picks it up again, comes off the right foot, looks for options. Ball just a fraction late.
Big 2 minutes here for brothers. If they can hold out UQ coming into their line now with that penalty, it really puts a change on that second half. Instead of it being 3-1, 2-1's a little less mountain to climb.
Here's Donovan, gets away from Bellafolds on the first touch, and Folds casually comes back up. They've made an interchange infringement. Hear the Rebels?
You're all over that, aren't you?
All over it, mate. Hey. Just like these referees. As soon as you hear the you better start running.
You go, oh, God, what have I done?
It looked like they were pretty under control with their substitutions in that instance. There's still one player coming on towards the back. They had the rest of the 5 players on, so might have just been a little bit of sloppiness on that last change. Let's see if brothers can be clean. They're making changes well over UQ's 10-metre line. This could be the set. Just over a minute to go.
Big here.
Last touch. They've got all their numbers, but they switch back.
Oh, wow.
Nice ball. English is there. Well, she didn't even realise how big the hole was until she got the ball down on the deck. I thought the play was to shift out long side. They've come to the well a couple of times with these deep late switches, but gee whiz, they're working for them at the moment.
It's a great read, that too, off that switch. And God, when she threw that dummy, I think I went to the shop too as well up here. It's just that as soon as she threw it and just got that link to really bite there, and the winger just went looking for it. And that was, as we were saying before, with 40 seconds to go, 2-1 is a different game to 2-all.
Now I think the scoreline might be reflective of the closeness that this game has been. There's still a big defensive set here with 30 seconds left on the clock for Brothers. There's been ebbs and flows throughout the first 20 minutes. And Bryce drops the footy.
Easy set out here. Really get yourself into half-time at 2-2. Just looking for a good exit here. No mistakes.
Just having to hold the football up there as Waters makes her way onto the field and making changes much deeper in this set of 6 than what they did in the previous. Here's English, the try scorer. Hooter sounds in the background. Glacken again. They switch it. Bell Files comes off the fingertips. Ball hits the ground. Well, we've got a game here. 2-2. And like you said, it was probably Rebels, and it was reflected early on. Brothers then made their way back into the game. That late try locks us up going into the halftime break.
Roller coaster footy at the moment, as you said. You know, Rebels really had that come out and get out and go early in that first half there, and you know, got up to a 1-0 lead very early. And Brothers fought their way back with 2 very good tries and 2 very good middle reads as well to create those gaps. And you know, the scoreline at halftime 2-2. Very good second half of footy coming up.
Yeah, stay with us. We'll take a quick break here. Big second 20 minutes for both these two teams going to the halftime break, locked up at 2 tries apiece.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it, so it stays looking smart. Tip Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.
Welcome back to round 3 action here at the Metro Cup. We are locked up at halftime, 2 tries apiece between the UQ Rebels and Brothers. See the Rebels team on screen, their coach Renee Murphy giving her halftime instructions to the girls as they come out for the second 20 minutes, looking for their first win of the season. But quality first 20 minutes from both of these two teams. All Rebels to start with. Brothers have done a great job to work their way back into the game. Late try right before the halftime break to Brooke English sees them right in the thick of this game. We'll have another quality game at the conclusion of this one as well. In the men's premiers, the Country Club Colts, the defending premiers, they'll be taking on the Southern Storm. Looking forward to seeing the Southern Storm for the first time this year. Young team this year led by their coach Chris Ross. Got a good combination of young players from Southwest Queensland as well as the Brisbane City region. They'll throw the kitchen sink. They won't be worried about taking on the defending champs tonight, so stay tuned for that. That game will come up on your screens at 8:10 local time here in Australia, or 10:10 if you're tuning in on Sky Sports Next over in New Zealand. The Rebels taking their time, Brothers making their way out into the field for the second half. It will be the Rebels who will have the first tap and possession here in the second half. And if you're looking for more information on the Metro Cup, you can keep an eye on Brisbane Metro Touch Football Association's Facebook page, their Instagram, their TikTok accounts as well. Plenty of good content coming out from the Metro Cup again this season. Of course, we've got other divisions. You can see in the backfield behind us. Looks like Coolum potentially out the back in lower divisions. So we've got Division 1, Division 2, all abilities competitions that make up the Metro Cup with the best teams from across southeast Queensland competing. 5 teams in the Women's Premier, 5 teams in the men's as well, all vying for that elusive championship at the end of the year. You're going to see last year's defending premiers in both matches tonight, the Rebels. They took the victory last year, their 3rd Metro Cup championship in a row. They also won the Queensland State Cup and National Championships this year to pick up the Triple Crown. They are going for their 4th Metro Cup premiership in a row. Some feat, big achievement from this team, and just feels like there might be more to come for them. They've been together for a long time, but still quite young. And they've got plenty more footy to come, but they've got it up against them at the moment in this game. Brothers having a real showing tonight. Scores locked up at 2-2 here in this round 3 fixture. Solid contact there on Sammy Joe. We've seen some good contact and from the Brothers team in defence. Disrupting UQ. Bryce just getting the ball away now. Loops it left to right. Back out. Blade footwork. Now links up with Lucia Folds, and the ball just a fraction late. Well, that was a pretty exciting way to start the first half from UQ. Wasn't too much doing there on the back end of that set. And Susie plays it and comes over for a breather. Nice clean set and transition. Big meters there from Ray Barker. English will follow suit. His fast feet gets him down towards the 7-metre line. Oh, Notley just losing her footing a little bit. And ruthless there from the Rebels. They just snatch the footy and say, righto, I'm going to get back on the job here. As Bryce puts it through the hands. Looked a little sloppy in the play of the ball from Murphy. Referees play on. As Hammond plays it a step over the halfway line. My now on the Brothers' 10-metre line. Ball out in front of Rasmussen off the fingertips there of Barker. And gives the Rebels a repeat set and a full set of 6 to work with. Here's My. They go down the short side. Beck My comes back inside. Rasmussen will come back and play it. Stacked on the left-hand side. As they have a sweep around the back. Hammond comes onto the ball at full steam. And I think Zach Jenrich's going to point to the spot here. Players caught short of the line for Brothers. And the Rebels score the 3rd. And like we saw in the first half as well, got a repeat set on the line, and they made them pay. It was great speed from Hammond and Brooke English there. You can see makes the touch. Got to get both feet back to the line, and just a step in front. Great call there from the on-field referee, Zach Jenrick. Napping right in front of him. Rebels back in front. Brothers now from the restart. They go passive out the back. Nice quick play the ball. Folds just having to take an extra step or two to get herself in position from half. CC threads it nicely. Looks for a repeat set and they don't get it. Hagan on the second touch. We'll push it through the hands. Danita Smith sends it across field. Smith now offloads again. Donovan plays it. Last touch. Bryce takes a couple of steps, unloads. Ashurst does the same. Brothers close the set out. Bella Folds would take a breather. And the skipper, Susie, will do the same. Oh, loose ball hits the deck. As Jess Barnes throws the head down. Hammond through the hands. And Bryce short of the halfway line. Oh, Donovan is propping up and hobbling as she makes her way off field. Keep an eye on Britt Donovan. Didn't look too comfortable there. It's like a left ankle. My shows it once, takes off. Ooh. Just caught in two minds whether to stay in or pop out there. Danita Smith. Ball still finishes on the 7-metre line. My. Comes up out of the line, but no support behind it. Nice work to pick up those meters. Hit the gap. Ray Barker. And they will get a penalty. And Coach Jordan Dart in front of me could just hear the call. Good job to get yourselves out of trouble. And off the back of that run, Sarah Kelleher, one of the experienced players for the brothers team, got them out of trouble. Barker then picked up some meters off the back of it, and they got themselves a repeat set. Attacking the line, here's Waters. Set up that pearler of a try. We see heavy contact here. There's Notley. Links back up. Waters pops back to her feet. Notley inside the 7. Glacken shows it, gets into the in-goal area. Nice little ball out the back to Tess Notley. Well, there is the experience of Sammy Glacken. Like we said, former Australian Women's Open representative. And this was quality. Look at this. Shows it open. Takes off down the short side. Look at this ball. Just bang. Netball pass. Great positioning as well from Notley. That is a quality try from brothers to lock up the scores yet again. So 3-all on the scoreboard. What a game we've got on our hands tonight. Now Ashurst, off the fingertips and falls into the hands here of brothers. They'll play it on the 7 and 0 touch as well. They're straight back to work. And Kelleher to English. Oh, did that go backwards? Yeah, play on. No, sideline. Zach Jenrick has pulled it off. It's one of those tricky ones. Came off the body. Would have progressed forward. Unfortunate for brothers. And this is a danger is set for them. Rebels we've seen when they've had good field position. They've looked dangerous back on the inside. Oh, Sammy Joe didn't get it down cleanly. She had open space in front of her. Tough ball to take though, off the fingertips. Trying to catch it and get it down on the ground all in one motion. Missed opportunity there for UQ. Brothers, they've got to feed off that. Here's Glacken really getting herself into the game. Set up the last try for brothers. Waters, you know how deadly she is with ball in hand. This time she can't hit the target. Hammond will get the Rebels forward on the first touch. Ashurst on the second. Here's Britt Donovan back out onto the field. This gets a little accidental. And clip around the chops. She plays it now on the last. Bryce goes short ball. Nice little short ball off the hip as well. But Brooke English was up there to make the touch. Was a touch and pass as signalled from Zoe Jenrick. Here's English again. She's been busy tonight. Really doing the hard work for this brothers outfit. Here's Barnes, gets good contact, bounces off My. Susie from half, feeds it, they got numbers, Kelleher takes them on. Just confirming whether a touch has been made. Oh, wow, that's close. That was very close. That was a really good finish there from Kelleher. Really got down to the ground quickly. And Lachlan Freshwater having to confirm on field. He was happy that the touch had been made, just confirming with the player that there was contact. Flat ball back inside to Sammy Joe as Lucia picks up, takes a little stumble. No one back on the inside. Late penalty here to brothers. A little foot in the ruck, looks like it's the signal from Zach Jenrick. Again, just a late penalty given away from brothers towards the back end of the set. Lucia Hagen's on the sweep, comes back, there's players down on the deck all over the place here for Brothers. And it opens up down the right-hand side. Rebels again on a repeat set attacking the line. They make them pay and they get their fourth on the board. You can just see one of the players down on the deck. There's a nice switch of plays, beautiful ball over the top. Quality finish. Hagen, that early release. Sammy Joe throws the final pass. And Caitlin Teagle scores in the corner. So the scoreboard swings in favour of the Rebels yet again. It's been a trend throughout this game. The score's level, the Rebels score, they go in front. Brothers, they seem to hit them back. Notley can't squeeze in between the defence this time. Hammond now, ball down, yeah, fair call. Nice work again. English this time in defence. Strong in the contact on the first touch. Ball coming off Hammond's own feet. Turns the football back over to Brothers. Bellefield plays it, takes him on, short side, diving in at the line. Tony makes the touch. Still touches to come here for Brothers. Notley receives it back. Takes him on short side. Does she get on the outside? Hammond is onside and makes the touch. This is the last here for Brothers. They're going to finish it off, the two Barker sisters, Ray and Billy, in the 90 and the number 70. Donovan working for their meters this set. Murphy has to hold it up. Still shy of the halfway line. Last touch. Nice little pop out. Hagen floats it out. Pretty good place to start their set here, Brothers. First touch gives them an opportunity to make those changes. English will come back. And pressure on the inside from Hagen. Sees her turn the ball back away from Waters. They link up now. As Barnes plays it. Waters, left foot. Oh, just caught in two minds. English punching through the short hole. Full set of 6 completed though for Brothers. Now ball down on the ground. Starting to work their way back into this. Only down by the 1 on the scoreboard. Colts and Storm to follow in the men's premier. Waters plays it. Barker, that's Billy, just a little bit isolated. Kelleher comes back infield. Nice ball work, good hands from Kelleher. Gets them going forward yet again. They pick up, they go. Kelleher loops one out to the right-hand side of the field. And a penalty has been given. Touch and pass. Happy to throw the footy around on that set there, Brothers. Now the Rebels going direct. And through the middle. Haven't seen them do that too often throughout this game, if at all. Now Sammy Joe plays it. Last touch. Nice ball, they got numbers, 3 on 2, it's floated forward. Not a bad option from UQ. Feels like there would have been a call out of the box from Coach Murphy or Alicia Thuard. Just to steady the ship, get him going through the middle, get him on the front foot, get downfield. And they had that 3 on 2, and just the final pass going away from them. Meters again from Barker, she's been good coming out of the interchange area tonight for Brothers. She'll get herself into half now, coming into the last touch. They'll concede the set. What a game this has been between these two teams. It's got a bit of a finals feel about it, to be fair. It's been back and forth. There's been good contact. Loose ball. This is a good opportunity here for Brothers, starting their set around that halfway line. Looking to level the scores up yet again. They just have not gone away from UQ throughout this game. Here's Kelleher again, been good tonight for Brothers. Notley takes him on down the short side, tries to squeeze in between. Hammond's there to make the touch. Been a good battle between those two young superstars, Kate Hammond and Tess Notley. They found themselves on the same side of the field on a couple of occasions tonight. Oh, Rebels again throwing the footy around to try and get themselves out of trouble. It comes with that element of risk, particularly when you're sliding across field. You're getting out to your winger, they'll naturally get themselves set in position to get themselves into acting half. Not expecting the ball there, Murphy. Gifting Brothers another opportunity to get themselves back into the game. Notley has liked this short side, just didn't get the ball down cleanly. He got caught with the footy in two hands. See if they can be cleaner this time around. Brothers are answering the call in defence. So far now, so we see Donovan hit the deck again. She's slow to get to her feet. She's having a rough old night out there tonight, Britt. Fairly dry conditions, just losing a footing. It's a really short surface though tonight. We start to get towards the back end of the evening. The temperature has dropped off a little bit. We're sitting about 18 degrees at the moment. Perfect conditions for the players. Brothers will tap and restart on their 10-metre line. Just under 3.5 to go now. Still plenty of time for Brothers. This could be a big set. Files, that's Bella. Dancing away from the UQ defence. She links back up. Barker earns her team a penalty. Susie will burn the first touch as Brothers get players into position. Barnes comes back. Susie goes early. They seem pretty happy in the Brothers box. And that's the reason why they have leveled it up. We're locked up at 4 tries apiece. Let's take a look at the replay. As Barnes goes short ball to Susie. Nice ball out in front. Good catch. Gets in underneath the covering defence. And Carly Walsh scores the 4th try here for Brothers. And it was a quality one as well. Had work to do. They get in underneath the covering defence. Now 2 minutes to go. Rebels off the tap restart. My switches Ashurst. Nice defence here from Brothers. Just forces them to hold up momentarily. They got 4 on 3 down this left-hand side. Nice little bat on there from My. Just didn't have enough. They hold on, Brothers. It was an important defensive set for them. Brooke English plays it. More meters for her as Waters gets bent back in the touch. They continue to play on. Here is Waters now, takes off, gets into the between, looking for offside players. My is on side to make the touch. And not returning the ball back. So they get a 10-metre little leg up. Here the Rebels, just over 60 seconds to go. Game on the line here in this set. Oh, ball behind the shoulders there, Danita Smith. Now on the flip side with under 60 seconds to go. Brothers, can they snatch victory? Faults will burn a touch. His brothers get players into position. Bella gets some early ball. There's players being called offside here. They will get a penalty. Full set of 6 here for brothers. They've got to get back to the mark and look to tap. 20 seconds left in this one. They'll get a couple of touches. Rebels will look to hold on the line. Bella Files takes him on, throws it early, chances their hand. Well, they probably needed to have a crack. With the clock starting to wind down, they look to go early and get the victory right before the full-time siren, which sounds in the background. The two teams can't be separated at full-time. There will be one tap to come from the forward pass. My throws it out in front. Hammond takes it, gets back on the inside. That's Hammond now with the ball. It was Blade with the final pass back on the inside, and a fair result in this one. Scores locked at 4 tries apiece. A quality round 3 match between Brothers and UQ. What a game that was. And I feel like we're going to get a cracker game in our next fixture as well. It'll be the Southern Storm taking on the defending premiers, the Country Club Colts. Stay tuned. Men's Premier action coming up.
A reminder for all coaches and managers.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it. So it stays looking smart. Tip Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.
Welcome back to the live Metro Cup action here. Round 3, we're into our men's premier fixtures. Southern Storm taking on the defending champions, the Country Club Colts. Our Southern Storm lineup for tonight, their coach, Chris Ross, a young up-and-coming team full of superstars, led by their captain Bailey Deacon, Australian junior representative Matt Moore as well. Look out for Bowman Jackson Jacobs for this team, but really exciting young lineup tonight for the Southern Storm. For a lot of these players, they've had a little bit of a taste of men's premier action. This will be the first full season in the men's premier competition. Our defending premiers, pretty similar lineup than what we saw last year. Hayden Moffat and Tim Bartz are their coaches. You'll see them during gameplay as well. Hayden, of course, representing the Australian men's team at the recent World Cup, and Tim Bartz, the captain of the Australian mixed team. Both of those coming back with World Championships. Plenty to like again with the Country Club Colts. They've got a good team list full of experience. Ken Adams, Sean Hooper, I should say, and then those young superstars like Caleb Matters, Alex Condon, Flynn Matters, Kalis Brown is one to watch. So A pretty good lineup again for the Country Club Colts, and this is going to be an exciting game to see how these two teams come up against each other. First time we've seen them on the live stream for the Metro Cup season this year. Former Australian men's representative Adam Pride has streamed up the stairs, the back stairs. He's huffing, he's puffing, but he's ready to go for this one.
You know, provided my fitness, huffing and puffing. We're at more altitude than we were last year. They've put an extra set of stairs on this scaffolding, but it's exciting. A young, up-and-coming Southern Storm team. I think they had something like 10 debutants in this side last week that went down by Rebels by 3 or 4, I think, last week. And Colts, premiership favourites, the winners from last year. This will be a big test for the Storm.
Yeah, both teams had one game and a bye in the opening rounds. Colts getting the first victory in round 1, 8-5 over the Gold Coast. And we saw Gold Coast last week in round 2, knocking off Redlands. And the Colts straight away from the tap-off. Hooper. On-field referee Brett Freshwater is having a chat, confirming with Zoe Jenrick on the far side. We've got Zach Jenrick backing up as well. Now 3 referees. I'm going to whisker away the Colts from the opening points. Ryan Moffat plays it. Condon rips. Oh, ball back on the inside. As casual as you like from Butler. Bit of everything there in the first set from the Colts.
Yeah, extravagant play. They're missing their probably main guy in attack, Dylan Hennessy, tonight, but you'll see some others step up. Condon had hampered by a bit of injury last year, so good to see him back running, but look at him and Moffat in the links with that ball playing.
So penalty given here to the Storm as they roll over the halfway line. Good contact to slow things down. Still making changes here, the Storm, getting their full complement into position now. Richter gets him down on the 5th and final play. Ross short ball hits the deck. Just a little bit disjointed there after that repeat set. The Storm, they'll be looking to clean that area up.
Yeah, not a bad start from them. Defending the first set. Colts giving away a penalty early in the count. Bit of space there, Ben Ross hitting that link channel. So we'll see if Storm identify that in the next few minutes.
Now picking up, Gasson trying to link up. It comes off the, looked like it came off the back of one of the Southern Storm players. A couple of questions asked there. Repeat set though. Freshwater doesn't change the decision. Full set of 6 to work with for the Colts. They get good contact. Oh wow, almost getting in underneath. They're going to point to the spot here. What about the finish there to get the opening try on the board? That was quality.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I retired. People like Jonte Brown coming into this division just off a quickie, sharp feed off his right foot. You can see good call from the referee. I'm happy with that. Got underneath Tahura Chase in the link. You see quickly get it back and just the athleticism off the right foot to finish. Handy having a 17-year-old superstar in your team like that, the Colts.
Storm now from the restart. More beautiful left to right, punchy through a hole. Well, that is the best way to respond possible. What about the ball here from Matty Moore?
Yeah, we spoke before about that link channel being open and Storm exploit that straight away. Little counties play here. Matthew Moore gets it back and it's a nice link line. They don't actually have too much space to work with. Space on the wing too. Probably good if hit link or wing, but a nice unders line there from the Storm links levels the score up.
Yeah, finds his brother Ben to get the opening points for the Storm in this one. Here's Condon dancing around. How Moffat goes back to him there in all sorts of trouble here, the Storm. And didn't make it back to the line in time to make the touch. And Colts hit straight back. We've got 3 points in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, this one looks a little bit too easy here for the Colts. It's a roll ball on the 7. Links just gets caught out of position, gets in behind. Moffat takes 2 steps straight, just gives his link a one-on-one chance, and it's a nice finish there from Condon.
Well, we'll take a second here to get our breath. You need more than a couple of seconds. You've gone up the stairs, and now we've got this game that's lit up in front of us already. Now, ball out in front, tipping away. There was space to work with there, Crawford. Just had to stretch for it.
Yeah, pass wasn't quite on, but as you mentioned, we would have had 4 tries in 4 minutes there, so defense might not be a priority early season for these two teams. It's exciting to watch.
Yeah, Jackson Jacobs, who made mention in the lead up to this game, getting his first touch, had a good look on that occasion. He's out in the right link position, defending at the moment. Nice little short ball, little flick out the back as well. They've got numbers, Matters now, looks to take them on. A good recovery in the end. Deacon coming across. They almost opened them up when there didn't look like there was much happening on the 5th play there for the Colts.
There's a nice little underline there from the middle, and they just kept the ball alive, got around, got some space, but it was a big second effort from Bailey Deacon around the back. Storm now with a bit of flow out of the box.
Here's Ross. Pops it off, scoops it up with the right hand, skips across field here. Nice touch from Matters in the end to shut the set down. They're on the right side of the field here. The Colts to get some replacement players on. And they'll be looking to do that the way this game has started. Frantic pace. Condon. Oh, wow, there's bodies involved there. A little bit too much.
Disappointing there for the Storm. They had a really good set at 6, left the ball on the 7, middle scoop. Ben Ross just left it there. Colts were going nowhere. 3 touches just before halfway, and just a bit of ill discipline. You can't afford to give an attacking team like the Colts easy opportunities like this, especially when you've worked so hard for the first 4 touches.
Here's Caleb Matters, who plays it on the 7. Tim Bart's out in front. Nice touch, Deacon on Matters. Yeah, just looked like he was a bit arms and shoulders, but it's offside call.
Could have gone either way. Good read, Heath Crawford.
Now Moffat dancing. They've got all their numbers on the right, but they do come back in field. Nice quick play. The ball from Bart's. Looping ball. They're on the bike here in the Storm. And they are managing to hold on so far. And we've got touches to come. And Condon plays it. Moffat hits link ball. Matters does a good job to reel it in. Referees are going to come together. Zach and Zoe Jenrick having a quick chat. They're going to point to the spot. Must have just been caught short of the line there, you'd think.
I thought live touch. Pass up nice and high, but probably could go either way there. Scotty, Storm did really well in the leading touch. As you can see, Moffat just rips early link.
Maybe just a 1 foot behind the line potentially. It looked like he was close enough to have those both feet there. It's the advantage we got of the 3 referee system. The sideline referee keeping an eye on that thing as well. They come together, they make the call, and Matters scores the try. The Storm from the tap restart, down by 2 now. Here is more. Oh, it was there for them.
There's that link channel. We've had 3 chances. Storm have cashed in 1. Colts very, very tight in that middle channel, so if they keep looking to hit link or wing, there's space and rewards there. They've just got to do this work in the midfield now.
There's Moffat, just gets them over the halfway line. Flynn Matters feeds it, Glacken plays it. Now as they look up, oh, ball out the back. Hits the deck. Callis Brown couldn't quite connect up on that final pass.
Geez, these shooters up very, very early. Storm do well here, though, to push through. Deacon from half.
And Sankey plays it. Deacon, pumps once. They don't hold off him. They come up and make the touch. Good set, though, from the Storm. Get themselves downfield. Now they'll look to respond. Nice touch there from Sankey. As Moffat has to play it on the mark. Butler down the sideline. Big meters. They can flow off the back of this. Here's Matters, plays it. Bartz has a look up. Nice looping ball. They got the inside available to them. Ken Adams. The experience of Ken Adams is there to finish it off. That was a quality set of 6 there from the Colts and a quality finish on the back of it.
Yeah, nice play. A bit of flow here from acting half, and it's Tim Bartz, the man, Aussie mixed open captain, that spirals it out to the wing. A nice return pass back on the inside, and all of a sudden it's 4-1 now to the Colts.
It feels like it should be closer than that, though, doesn't it? They're just really taking those opportunities with both hands that they've had, but the Storm have had opportunities themselves, and it just still feels like they're really into this game. Here's more short ball. Nice one as well from Ross. And punching through the middle.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Scotty. They're competing the Storm and they're testing them. At the moment, it's just that little polish on the end. Colts definitely taking their chance, a little bit classier on their finishes.
Pretty strong defensive set there for them as well after scoring points down the other end. Butler plays it. He'll follow suit here and dish from half. Hooper. Back to Ryan Moffat. As Brown has a look up, just rips long. Butler comes back on the inside. They might have opened them back up on the inside again. This time off the fingertips.
Yeah, one thing Colts is doing really well that probably not making mention of, on their turnovers, they've got players streaming back on side, getting up to put pressure. You'd question whether they are actually on side or not, but when you're working that hard, it's stopping the Storm's first couple of touches. The difference between the two teams at the moment, Colts jump on the ball, they make 20 metres, and then the Storm are having 4 touches to kind of recover.
Here's Hooper on the second, the halfway line after the mistake from the Storm. Moffat, he plays Glacken, gets him forward. Condon out the back. Moffat tries to skip on the outside. Looked like a pretty comfortable touch in the end. Nice positioning to make the touch.
Yeah, for a big man, he's got a quick turn of pace, Hayden Moffat. No one better in the game with that little show and then accelerate. Definitely putting the Storm under pressure.
Yeah, they're working now as Crawford juggles. They get forward to try and get themselves over. Taylor, no, they're pulled back.
Yeah, Zoe Generick, good call here. There were a number of players on the field before anyone subs. I think the call is going to be 7. There was probably actually 8 or 9 before we started. So the Storm just got that one a bit wrong.
It's an important period of the game now for the Storm, isn't it? Because you see this often, particularly with like young teams coming up and against an experienced team like the Colts. All guns blazing early stages, but this middle sort of period of the game, you really need to stay in that grind and try to complete your sets and hold on to the ball.
Yeah, it's not necessarily all about scoreboard pressure. Trouble here with the link out of position again. Generick's going to play the touch there from the middle. And give a penalty. But it's competing in all those little 1% areas, winning the roll ball, you know, working hard to be onside, making the sub box. Otherwise, a team like the Colts can just keep ticking that scoreboard over, and 4-1 can turn into 7 or 8-1 when you're actually really closer than it should be.
There's Jonte Brown. He'll get himself in the half. Already scored one tonight, as is this young man. Caleb Matters trying to get in between 2 defenders. Pretty comfortable there in the end. And Deacon making the touch with Sankey. They both pop back out of the line. Bartz now has a look up. Nice little flick on. Good footwork as well, but good defence coming across to make the touch in the end. Daniel Taylor getting up there to shut that play down. Good desperation defence from the Storm.
Yeah, good little second efforts around the backs. A bit cleaner with their subs now.
Good work from Chase as well, just to pick up those extra couple of metres. Get away from the first defender. Ross plays it. Good pick up from... And they do get it out in the corner. It was quality from Jackson Jacobs. They pick that one up and send it out to the left-hand side of the field. And Crawford finishes it off.
Yeah, there was an appeal for a late pass. I thought he might have had a case for a moment there, but referee Zach Generick happy. Just a bit better flow from the Storm. They kick to a middle link channel rather than that middle, and Bowman Jacobs sums it up, hits wing, and Storm lower that margin.
So it was a good response for them. Like we said, it just felt like the game was starting to slip away from them a little bit. And they get back on the scoreboard. This set here in defence is important for them. Butler, not much room to work with. Amazing ball, huge ball from the middle of the field. He takes it and just pretty comfortably puts it down in the corner.
Middle of the field, I'll probably say 3/4 of the field. That pass was huge. If we can see it on the replay, nice little counties play, and it is just ripped towards the wing. They don't have their noted right to left passer Hennessy tonight, but you might not need him with passes like that.
Well, it was so big, it almost just felt like it was nonchalant, like there wasn't really going to be much happening, but all he had to do there, Butler, was just catch it and put it down. He was in perfect position, but the ball was amazing as well, as we see Moffat have a grab at that one.
Yeah, they've still got that link channel space. Moffat doing well to push high up in the lanes, able to get a hand there. The Moore brothers in the middle.
Here we go, out in space as well. Crawford does a good job in the corner to get it down. Looks good from here. The referees agree. So like we saw last time around, the Colts scored. Storm hit them back. They keep that margin to 2.
Yeah, smart play there between the brothers. Matty Moore takes 2 steps from half, which holds his middle, releases Ben, and he just sums it up. Hits wing nice and early. So classy finish there from Heath Crawford, and he will like that one.
Yeah, second try on the board to Crawford. Had work to do for both of them as well. Glacken early Inside the 7 here, the Colts. If Matters will come back and play it. Condon turns it back to Matters. And the ball hits the deck. And Jonte Brown couldn't find a target there on the back end of it. Storm start their set on their 7-metre line. They go direct on the first couple of touches. Here's the try scorer, Crawford, down the sideline. As Taylor gets him going forward as well. Sankey now, Deacon plays it. Ball out the back.
Yeah, they're still getting reward. There's still some space in that link channel. They need to make sure they keep going there. But as I said, very happy. They scored that previous set. Defensive stop on the Colts. They're leaving it close enough to the 7. So need to be disciplined this set, Storm.
And the Colts putting it through the hand, getting themselves out of trouble. Butler just picks up big meters. He's got the right thigh strapped. He looked like he was a little bit proppy after scoring that last try. He's definitely shook that off. The speed he showed down the left sideline gets his team down into attacking position now as Bartz picks up, scoops. Oh, wow, it's just opened up. Ball looks like it's floated forward. The referees have called it. Gee whiz, there was some space to work with down here on the right-hand side for the Colts.
Yeah, just did it a little bit too easy there, Tim Bartz. I like the pass, but early call there from the officials. Just dug into the line. You've got Moffat, big player at length, but Tim Bartz just summed it up. Hit wing as the right option, just not the right execution this time for the Colts.
Now Moore sends it across field. And there's some meters to work with here for the Storm. They do it right in front of the Colts bench as Moore. Ross it is who plays it. Oh, falls into their hands here. Big diving touch. Send them back. Good desperation there as Travis Simpson took the intercept.
A good read there from Simpson. I had heart in the mouth when I saw him running in. I thought he misjudged the flight, but did it absolutely perfectly.
Butler's on the deck. There's Ryan Moffat plays it. No, we've got another interchange infringement, this time for the Colts. Finger pointing going on over there on the Colts side of the field.
I think they actually might have got this one wrong. I think they only had 5 on and just actually waited for someone else to jump off. I thought they were okay live, but referees disagree. Big chance now for the Storm. 5-3. They go here, get within 1 in the closing stages of half-time. They'll be up and about.
Here's Matty Moore again. He's just getting players into position. There's Richter. Comes back to Moore. Richter. Moore again. They've had plenty of touches, the 7 and the 5, and it was just a bit sloppy coming into the back. Didn't really look like they had much fluency coming into it. No real set plan in place, and a loose ball back in the inside.
Yeah, disappointing there. Matty Moore's doing a really good job of bouncing around and drawing a couple middles up. You can see they had 2 middles in that last touch. Love to see him use some of the boys around him. So young Richter's only 16, but I would be looking, give him 1 because that's going to open up Matty Moore's ball playing a bit more.
Burner touch on the first. Here the Storm, good field position to work with. Cooper Clark.
They had 5 on for a while.
Yeah, they get the replacement on now. And Jackson Jacobs out the back. Here he is. He's had his hands on the footy plenty of times here in the first half.
I challenge you to find a more casual human being in the men's prems competition.
Well, he's definitely casual in this set. Look at that ball work, though. Took it right to the line, just a step too much, but very casual. It looks like he's got all the weapons in the arsenal. We saw him go long. I like this short ball option there. Just pumped to go long, held it short. And it didn't come off for them, and it's just going to keep that defence in 2 minds when he's got ball in hand.
Yeah, it's not a conventional pass. He doesn't wind up like a lot of ball players do. He can afford to dig into the line a little bit. They've now Colts, though, with a bit of momentum and digging into the line, it just puts that more doubt in the defensive mind.
Oh, wow. Things feel like they've shifted a little bit. All of a sudden, there's some pretty uncharacteristic errors here from the Colts. And you saw Matters there juggling, did a good job to hold it, and all of a sudden just a loose ball back in, nothing doing.
Yeah, Colts starting 100 miles an hour. It almost looks like there's a little bit of early season fatigue in the legs at the moment.
Chase, good ball out in front again. Oh, wow, with not much room to work with. They are going to give this all clear. You will not see many better finishes than that. Daniel Taylor, take a bow.
Yeah, left absolutely no doubt. Just a bit of flow, that right to left channel again. Chase just rips wing, and look at this finish. almost ran himself out of room, propped and leapt.
Get out of the way,
He's a
ref.
metre off the field.
I think it might have been Matt Geiger. Apologies if that is the case. I think it was Geiger. Holy dooly, that is a quality finish.
20 seconds, a little bit of game management here from the Storm, that not really willing to give them a touch. Moffat is dangerous in this situation.
Oh, footwork there from Hooper. He tries 2 bites at the cherry.
They don't want them to make a touch here, so Storm are going to sit on the 7. Probably penalty coming.
They do give it away. As Condon rips it. Oh, wow! Referees are going to give this all clear. Storm are protesting. They think it is forward. What about this? Quick tap, little bit of footwork. Condon just rips it out to the left-hand side of the field. What about the ball? What about the take? What about the finish?
Just a bit of Heath Crawford just fell asleep. Last touch. Storm did really well. They managed it. They got to 20 seconds, 10 seconds, gave away a penalty, get onside. Colts shouldn't score those tries. They did all the hard work.
How much does that hurt as well? They were up and about after that. They had back-to-back tries, got themselves into the game. Then that try right on halftime just feels a little deflating for them.
The greatest analogy is they've just taken the air out of the balloon. The Storm balloon was up and about. They had all the momentum to finish, and someone has just stuck a pin in it at halftime.
Well, let's see if they can respond. They're still in this game, down by 2. It was a great fight back towards the back end of the first half from the Storm. Can they make a game of this here in the second? Halftime score, the Colts 6, Southern Storm 4.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it. So it stays looking smart. Tip Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.
Welcome back to round 3 action here. We have a game on our hands in the men's Premier Division. The defending champions, the Country Club, they're in front. 6-4 over this young stud team from the Southern Storm. It was all Colts early, wasn't it? We made mention there was a critical period in the game where it just felt like it was starting to get away from them. And they were racking up the points, but a really good back end of the first half. Saw them get back into the game. That try right before halftime. I reckon the young kids, they'll just wash that away. They're in this game, 2 tries. They can definitely get themselves back into it. This is a big second 20 minutes for both these teams.
It's exciting. This will really test the character of the Storm. I was impressed seeing them fight back 4-1 down, and it was 4-1 where we felt at times Storm maybe missed a couple of opportunities. It could have easily been 4-3, but they wrestled their way back into it, got it back to 5-4, and disappointing try for them on halftime. But this first 5 minutes, we're going to see what kind of response they got to that halftime chat. There's a lot of passion. We heard Matt Moore up and about, Coach Chris Ross, assistant coach Brett Hughes, barking instructions. So we'll see what this first 5 minutes shows for the Storm.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got the tap off. And to kickstart us here, I hope everyone's enjoying the coverage on KO Sports. Sky Sports Next over in New Zealand. If you're staying up late across the ditch, and thank you for tuning in. You've had a treat, 2 quality games. We saw a 4-4 draw in the Women's Premier game before. We've got another tight contest here on our hands as well. And you just got a feeling about this one. These young kids from the Storm, they're going to throw the kitchen sink here at the Country Club Colts. It'll be a pretty big scalp for them early on in the 2024 Metro Cup season if they can knock off the champs and see how it all unfolds here in the second 20 minutes.
Yeah, we've got the Swans combination in the middle at the moment. You've got the Moore brothers, Bailey Deacon, out there at the moment. Counties play for Moore.
Oh, and he has that absolute quality left to right. Takes a little deflection. Repeat set.
It's that link channel again for the Storm.
Here's Moore. They get up on him nice and early this time with Moffat. Deacon from half. And Matt Moore looks to sweep. They hold things up momentarily. Deacon fakes to go down the short side. Nice work to Clark.
Some good play here from the Storm, but even better defence on the scramble from Colts. Nice link work there from both Condon and Moffat.
Now out the back they come. Just goes behind the back there at Deacon. Slaps the hands. First possession here for the second half for the Colts. They go pretty direct on the first couple of touches.
Yeah, perfect start here from the Colts. 3 touches. Bailey Deacon behind the play on touch 1, and they've just absolutely steamrolled onto the field. Right to left set up now for Jonte Brown.
Nice short ball, and Matters just couldn't quite reel it back in. Played on the 7-metre line here, the Storm. Let's see how they come out of their end. Glacken gets up early. Oh, protest here from the Colts.
Better apologise. That was Kayla's Brown. Can't get those brothers mixed up. We'll hear about it later.
Oh yeah, we might get some messages coming through from Mum and Dad at home. Now the Storm. They might have been lucky to get away with one a couple of touches ago. And now they've given away a penalty. Zach Jenrick literally just saying, out you go. Back there, mate. So it might have been a little bit lippy. And you can see this sometimes. We've been 20-year-old young fellas ourselves, not too, well, I was going to say not too long ago. That's been a while ago for me in particular. But they can get a little bit frustrated, a little bit hot-heavy. You're playing men's premier. This is what sets the boys away from the men.
I have played a little bit with Heath Crawford, with and against Heath Crawford a little bit before. He's not the kind of guy to think before you speak.
He's a young fella. He's had a pretty good game so far. He's got 2 tries to his name and another mistake. So pretty much everything that would have been spoken about at the halftime break, get yourselves into the game, complete your sets. It's back-to-back now that we've seen the Storm give over the possession. You just can't give away quality footy to a team like this in the Colts. They're going to make you pay eventually.
Yeah, forward pass, interesting call, but big chance now for the Colts. They're looking to get Bartz on the sweep.
Here are the Brown brothers combining down that left-hand side. Deadly combination, and they do make them pay. And the margin back up to 3.
I'll get this one right. Kalis and Jonte Brown, 2 names to remember. Kalis from half, Jonte with a little bit of feet, looks out, plays in, and it's a classy finish. Referee's happy with the ground, and there's just too many chances there from the Storm, 2 incomplete sets in a row, and when you give Colts that quality football, they're going to make you pay.
Second try for Jonte. His first was absolute quality. Pretty good in the second one as well. Geez, we've seen some good tries tonight.
Oh, how exciting is it for our game? Jonte's 16 years of old. He represented the Queensland 15s last year, and to now be doing it in the men's open division. Storm go out, and missed opportunity there on that far flank.
Just needed an extra couple of centimetres as we see high contact on Matters.
This will be the test now. This will test the character of the Storm. There's a little bit of frustration on the field, couple of excessive penalties. They need to get back to their game here, which is defend hard, run hard, take opportunities, and not give Colts multiple chances.
Now Condon picks up and rips, goes to Butler. We know what a quality finisher he is. And Crawford makes a big touch. Nice battle out here on the flanks. There's finger pointing going on here, bit of confusion.
This is almost professional foul kind of business. They've looked for the quick turnover. Colts have stopped the ball. They got a case here, Storm. I'd be filthy at that. They've just taken all the momentum out of their set, but now they're earning it back. Look at this set.
Yeah, this is impressive after basically having to start their set again. They are rolling downfield nicely. Sankey comes back in. Someone's got to get it down on the deck. It's just taking a little bit of a punch coming out. Jackson Jacobs in the half just loops it over the top. And Condon did a good job to reel that in the end. Probably not the finish in the final pass they were looking for there, the Storm off what was a great set to get themselves downfield.
Yeah, they're all with heaps of momentum. Colts just showed a bit of experience. Sucks back into the 7. They took all the momentum out of the Storm, and Bowman Jacobs just, I think, had to pull the trigger there. Had to hit wing and didn't.
And now the Colts on the back end. They've got themselves all the way back down field. They'll play it on the 7. As Kalis rips out in front. Butler off the fingertips. And sees it spill over the sideline. Oh, penalty here to the Colts. And Bowman looks like he might have been called short. And those ones hurt.
Big time. They're getting hammered at the moment in the penalty count. We don't have that statistic up here right now, but it would be well and truly one way at the moment. Big set now for the Storm.
Here's Flynn. Some footwork. He'll come back and play it on the 7. Dancing around at the moment. Brown. No touches made. Someone just needs to pop up out of the line. You don't want to let them throw the footy around. They've got to continue to move forward off their try line. Beautiful little short ball from Matters to Moffat. That is a good try there from the Colts.
This is just patience, just some experience, keeping the ball alive along the line. They're just waiting for what look they like. Kalis plays short. They just rip open and just caught on the line. Bowman Jacobs not high enough to really strike, and just a little bit too easy in the end for Colts.
Now it's starting to slip away from them a little bit. Biggest margin of the game so far now, 4 tries. It's been all Colts here in the second half. They go away from the short side, and they had all their numbers coming down the right-hand side of the field. There's Ross, now Moore. And they slide pretty comfortably there to shut that set out.
Yeah, didn't quite get the look they wanted. Tim Bart's in a very good position there to chase. They want that counties play. They need to get it closer to that middle link channel. They were probably too close to the middle of the field there.
Changes onto the park here for the Colts. Coming into the last touch. Moffat picks up. He can't get away. Nice touch in the end. It's the Storm now. And take off. They need a good set. They get back downfield. Chase gets them towards the halfway line. Here's Hayden Wong. Chase linking back in the middle. They're going nowhere at the moment, the Storm, and they're having to push the pass.
Was it last touch?
I think they still had one to set up.
Yeah.
And now they're giving away a penalty. They're just losing their way here in the second half. They probably didn't need the halftime break in the end. Just it's been a different team for them here in the second 20-minute period.
There's a bit of experience from the Colts. It's just frustrating the Storm at the moment. They need to breathe, let's say, get some level heads. Because at the moment, 8-4, this could get ugly.
Here's Flynn Matters. Nothing doing in the middle of the park so far. Bucken now plays it on the 7. Brown, nice short ball. Good touch there from Chase. And coming out of the right link position. One to make here for the Storm. Brown don't want to hold off him though. Skips away. They are claiming the touch. Nice work from Moore. They'll play the ball and now get back to work as they try to get out of trouble. Look at the Colts though, getting up out of the line. A little bit too eager though.
Good call there, referee generally. We just think there were a couple of tight ones in the first half. One change up in attack I wouldn't mind Colts seeing. We saw them score a couple of tries in the first half, picking on those Storm links. With the ball playing in their side, if they can generate some phase from that middle link setup, I think they're going to get some reward off it.
Deacon picks up. There's players offside here. They're at least going to get a penalty. There's no touch made. Play on is the call. Deacon looking for someone, anybody, and throws it back deep behind the line, but they do get the ball down.
Oh, touch here, I think.
It has been claimed. Zoe Generick points to the spot. Well, they needed points.
Yeah,
That's what they got.
Some good toe. Deacon got to the end goal. I can't believe he got back around the other side. Players running everywhere.
Look how deep he is to take this ball. Zach Griggs with work to do.
Good finish from Griggs. I thought might have been a touch though, but Storm count themselves lucky there.
So down by 3. Still 10 to go here in the second half. Defensive stops are going to be important for them.
Good read there, Matty Moore on that little ML2 step.
Coming into the last touch now, Condon. Oh, God, he's been good tonight. We've seen him go right to left. This time he goes left to right. He's got every trick in the bag.
Yeah, this is all pieces of the machine working. Nice middle link strike dump. You'll see a nice unders line from the middle, a nice unders line from the link. Drags the defenders in, and Condon just sums it up. Hits wing. It's one of those tries where you go, hey, the ball player was awesome, but there's so many more moving parts to that try that I think the coach will appreciate a bit more.
Travis Simpson gets his second try for the game. Didn't have much to do on that occasion. Catch and put it straight down. Oh, Richter now goes nice and early and low and scores a quality try. He's had little opportunities here or there. His first genuine crack, and he puts the cream on the end of it.
Yeah, Philippines representative at the recent World Cup, very young. Just Ben Ross releases him early and nice little dummy and just gets low early. Classy finish. He is going to be a player to watch in this competition in the coming years.
Just keeps them within that striking distance. Under 9 minutes to go, down by 3. Points galore tonight. 15 in total. 9-6. Still in favour here of the defending champs as Chase pops up out of the line. It is a penalty regardless though. Caught short there, the Storm.
Yeah, they were herring in on that shutdown defence. There was heaps of space. Link wing if Colts could get it there.
Full set here for Country Club. Brown takes them on, just props off that left foot. Nice inside defence, and sideline referee Zoe Generick's picked up the forward pass. Storm hold on. Good start to this set. Oh, there's players down on the deck.
Carrying on there. The refs were substituting. I think they missed it.
Now Wong gets him going forward. Jackson Jacobs just couldn't pop anybody out into space. And Griggs was floating down the right-hand sideline.
Yeah, it was a shame for the Storm. They had some momentum there. The last sub just couldn't get on the field. Forced Bowman Jacobs come back short side. But good set in terms of momentum for the Storm.
Brown goes through the hands of the younger brother. He cops a decent shot. Welcome to Men's Premier Division, young fella. You're going to wear those ones. His Barts glides across field. Condon now. Oh, still manages to find a target. Butler flicks it around the back to Adams. We'll come back in the midfield here for a penalty.
Yeah, Condon looked like he had no right to get that pass away. Still managed to find space, just showing his full arsenal of skills. But forward pass on the end for Colts.
Hayden Wong towards the sideline. He'll pop off to have a breather. Now Sankey. Oh, they were just looking for that little pop-out play towards the back. Just probably a step or two behind there, Ben Ross, to be able to take that one in.
Yeah, a little premeditated play. I think Colts had it covered in the end. Would have liked to just have seen them punch and use the foot speed off the back of the drive.
There's Moffat skipping across field. Plays it on the Storm 10-metre line. Hooper comes back in to Ryan Moffat. That's Hayden now. Picks up, gets away from Sankey. Flicks it around the back, no one at home.
Yeah, smart setup from the Colts. They release to their left edge. Get the left edge up to then come back to Moffat on the right edge. And we talk about Moffat with his ball playing and his passing, but just showed good turn of pace to get to the in goal. Really makes the defence second guesses all his options.
Clark down the sideline. Ooh, left a little loss. It looked like the ball was bouncing around a little bit there in the play of the ball.
That was a genuine basketball dribble.
Getting away with it there, the Storm. Deacon now, flat ball, hits the deck. It's usually a dead giveaway when the players look up and have a look at the referee dead in their eyes and just go, "Ooh."
Yeah, referee Zoe Jenrick was doing everything she could to let Freshwater know, but Storm will take that one. It's been a little bit of an arm wrestle the last 5 or 6 minutes. We had 1,000 tries in that first half, and I'll probably put the mockers on the Storm because Colts are streaming towards the try line.
Oh, yeah, they were rolling back towards their line. It looked like they might have been a little bit short of making it back as well. Brett Freshwater, he looked like he was happy to point to the spot here. Zach Jenrick, he confirms it from the sideline. They looked a little bit miffed, a little bit confused, the Storm. But the penalty, or the try, I should say, has been given.
Yeah, good team try here from the Colts, just running energy out of the box. They play nice and tight with the drive. Kalis Brown comes on the sweep and just looks low.
Yeah, well short in the end, weren't they? You can see Deacon, he was the one that made contact. He's a good step or two in front of the line. It was played right on the 7. A pretty good indicator for the referees where they need to get back to was the try line.
It shows how explosive the Colts are. Deacon's probably one of the quicker players in this competition and just couldn't compete on that play. Just running nice and hard. The Colts rewarded for effort.
Here's Matt Moore now, rips. Crawford has a dig in the corner. Nice touch. Here's the wingers have been good for both teams tonight. In attack and defence. Oh, we just saw... Won't be a player going to the sideline at least. I think it's Cooper Clark in the 12.
I think this is harsh. I think he was looking just to tap it on. I hope we're not going a sin bin here. Just a sub.
So momentarily, they've got a play number advantage. They'll just do their work to get downfield. It's not going to hurt the Storm too much as Tahara Chase makes his way out onto the field. So 3 minutes 40 left to go. Storm down by 4. Here's Brown, who just stops on a dime. He shifts it to the right hand. Gets his third. Well, this has been some sort of game from this young 16-year-old stud.
Oh, the brothers are just causing nightmares for the Storm middles at the moment. Nice flow and drive there from Matters and Jonte Brown. Dump on the 7, 2 middles up. He's too classy to give him those kind of opportunities.
Hat trick of tries for Jonte Brown.
16 years of age.
That is scary. That is scary. Storm now juggling. And not happy with the call. Young Bowman pleading his case. He's looking for a repeat set. And the hothead will get away from them. Colts will just quick tap and get straight back to work here.
Yeah, ill discipline here from the Storm. They've just basically opened up the door this set of 6. Come at us, run hard, and this is Colts bread and butter. Look at the flow they've got on this set.
Now Condon getting a bit fancy with the flick back inside to Ryan Moffat. Kalis, nothing there. They'll play it and get back underway. We're looking to close this one out with a bit of positivity. It's been a great performance for them, the Southern Storm, particularly in that first half. The second half has gone away from them, as we'll see this set unfold. Deacon still getting away from them. Imagine almost creates the numbers in the end. They can take a lot away from this game, can't they?
Well, they can. Early on, we mentioned they left a lot of opportunities out there. Colts were classier in that first 10 in taking their chances. They showed a bit of character to fight back. We mentioned that try on halftime, potentially crucial. And they've just lost their discipline. If they can tidy that up, and discipline's not just talking to the referees. Discipline is giving the ball back on the mark. Discipline is doing your job for your team. That's probably a touch.
Yeah, saw Moffat there just making contact with Sankey. Good touch in the end on Adams. Still looking to get on the footy, which is positive signs. Just over 60 seconds to go. They'll take a lot away from this game, the Storm.
Yeah, pleasing thing for the Colts. So we mentioned just before half time, might stay with the play here if this strike done. Matt Moore from half. We're saying pleasing thing Storm had a bit of momentum in the half time. And I think I made the comment, it looked like a bit of pre-season fatigue, early in the game, not running out the half. They have absolutely turned the switch in this half. Their midfield defence, even that last set, we've got 90 seconds to go at the start of the last set. They have just absolutely been relentless.
There's a full pass there from Bartz from half. Last chance for the footy here for the Southern Storm. Clock's starting to wind down in this round 3 fixture.
Yeah, Richter and Ross here. Be the middles.
Here is Ross. Here comes back. Richter, nice ball out in front. Beautiful ball as well from Chase. And all clear from Zach Jenrick on the sideline. Good way to finish. Good result there for the Storm. This is a quality try. They've had plenty throughout the game. Look at this from Tahara Chase. Thank you.
Yeah, good finish there. Just a bit of lax trust on the wing. I do like that combination of the young Richter with Ross. Ross noted for his foot speed. This time just plays Richter early with his feet and just attracts enough defender, and a classy finish in the corner from the Storm.
Yeah, Geiger scoring the last try, and it's the defending champs who get the victory. A quality second half for them. They were tested throughout that game from the Southern Storm. A lot that they can take away from this game, like we said, and they got to build as the back end of the, well, we're coming into round 4 next week. There's plenty that they can take in. You just got a feeling that you're going to see them come towards the back end of the season.
Definitely, definitely. We mentioned Storm can take a bit away. Colts flexing their muscles. Sorry, you definitely say the premiers from last year, probably premiership favourites at the moment. This year we've seen every other team drop a game in the first 2 rounds. Colts, after the bye last week, 2 from 2, and as happy as you can be.
Yeah, we've had 2 great games tonight. The Colts getting it done in the men's premier. We had a draw in the women's premier between UQ and Brothers. Hope you enjoyed the coverage on KO Sports and Sky Sports Next in New Zealand. Stay tuned. We'll be back next week for all the round 4 action here at the Metro Cup.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it. So it stays looking smart. Tiff Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.